I've cleaned all the parts in stuff. I had to top that up a couple of times. So now I think we can start reassembling. And we need our parts. I'm just going to zoom you in and I'll just start reassembling now. May as well. Just putting things where I think they go. Yeah, I remember that one being difficult to remove because it was tucked underneath the main centre wheel. There we go. And what's next? Escape wheel. Pallet. And that wheel that came off first rather, goes in last. Oops. It's the problem with small pivot holes, everything falls out. Okay. That's good. Anything else? Don't think so. Right, let's put our things back together. Oops. Put the plates. Now luckily, with having those separate spring barrels, the movement's not trying to explode on you whilst you put it back together. Very helpful, thank you Westclox. It's moved. Oh dear. Our pallet has shifted around. It's gone AWOL. Let's put it back in there. Come on. There we go. We're going to put it back in properly. It was a bit much for it putting it all in at once. Is this even in the right way up? I'm not sure. I don't think it is, you know. Try it that way up. Okay. Just loosen these things a bit so we don't break the pivots off. Just pushing, there we go, pushing the pivots into the right holes. There we go. Did you know the TV in the background? Someone talking about fish. Right. That looks good. It's good enough for you. Let's put all these things in. Shiny. So now I think we can address that bent thing. So it looks like it should just be bent a bit differently, like that. It'd be good if I can get this right first time. Just bent a bit more so it sticks more into the thingy. So let's try it out. Nearly there. I mean, it does work, but it could be even sharper. Let's zoom in a bit more. Let's try that. There we go, that's good, isn't it? Nice and solid. Satisfying. Focus. There we go. Very nice. Cool. So that's that sorted. Let's put the balance wheel in to see. Actually, put the knobs on first, because I'm pretty confident this will work. So let's just do it properly. Putting tension on the wheels like that with your thumb, you can see if it'll work by gently nudging the edge of the pallet arm. Balance stuff, I think it's called. There we go. And if it clicks back and forth by itself, that means it should work. There we go, that's good. So let's just try it with the balance wheel in there. No, sorry. Say that again. Put the knobs on. Let's put the knobs back on. This middle knob can just go on. Shouldn't be too hard. I don't think I'm going to put it on as hard as it used to be the first time, because I don't have a vice or anything like that, and that looks good enough to me, doesn't it? Just turns alright, it's not bent or anything. Great. So let's refer to our diagram for the other one over there, so we can see it in the camera as well. And we've got the clockwork stuff first. So let's put that there. We've got our thingy, pulley, alarmy, what's it called? We've got that again, which fell off. You've got our thing. Probably learn the names of these. That goes over there, like that. Convinced there's something else I've missed out. Wait, what? We've got two of them? Oh, may as well go for the shiny one. Makes it look nicer. I think the other one's from the spare movement. Yeah, it's a bit shinier, isn't it? Probably make the clock look better. If it will focus, probably not. I've got my hands full. Can't focus it myself. Right. Put this back on again. There we go. What's next? I think that comes next, doesn't it? Does it? I think so. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. So we've got a diagram. We've got the spinnies. That fell off, I know. Put it back on again. We got our spinny things. Fiddly. We got a washer, which is there. It's got a slit in it. Okay, so that's in there. We can just push it through. Very good. That looks like it's working. It should do that. And I think we've got another washer. Don't mix them up because there are washers for the grommets as well. Then we got a spring like that, and then we got a knob. And I think we should put this knob on pretty tight, otherwise we won't have much tension on the alarm, which we need. So just use the edge of the desk like that. Not enough yet. How can I get that on tighter? More force. Back when I've got it on more. So I got it on and the tension is great. I used a hammer basically. I put that flat point there against the edge of the desk, whacked the end of the knob with a hammer a couple of times, drove it down beautifully. As you can see, there's no bending in the shafts. There's nice, it's not too tough to turn, but also most importantly it doesn't turn when you turn the hands, and that is a great sign. So now I think we can add our balance wheel in. So where is it? It's over there. So let's just get it. No extra parts required. Just stick it in there. So that. It's got these quite sharp things. And that's actually something I forgot to clean. Oh no, I forgot to clean the balance wheel. Let's just do it now. Got some acetone left on my thing. Just cleaning the pivots and that little pin that sticks out. Both quite low friction points. There we go. Right. So this goes in. Like that. Very good. And we can tighten up that thing at the bottom, hopefully without disturbing it too much. Very fiddly. That's not even the fiddly part. That's in there, so I'll just line up the put the pallet in upside down. I'll be back in a minute. I'll just correct that. So I've gone ahead and put the pallet in the right way, which means taking it apart again and put it back together. Put the balance wheel in, put the spring in to test it, and it looks like it's running okay. Better than it was, which is great. And I haven't even oiled it yet. So I'm just going to head and oil it now. I won't be surprised if it stops, to be honest, because it's only wound up a fraction of the way. So let's get our oil. Make a little puddle of it down there, like that. And put it on the pivot holes. Now apparently you're not supposed to put oil on the pallet pivots for some reason. So I'm not going to. I don't see why that is, but I'm not going to do it anyway. So it looks like it's running okay. However, I've noticed that every couple of seconds, instead of ticking normally, it erases. I don't know why that is. Slightly weird, isn't it? I don't know if it's already been doing that because it wasn't working properly beforehand. A bit weird. Yeah, that's a bit strange. Maybe it's because the balance wheel's not tight enough. Let's tighten it up a bit. Now I've tightened it up. Let's see if it still does it. Yeah, it's still doing it. Very weird. So I fixed it, and the problem was, it was a really weird problem. The actual escape wheel shaft had a bend in it. And that meant that as the escape wheel turned around, on one half of the rotation it was closer to the pallets, and on the other half it was further away from the pallets. When it was further away, it was having the pallets jump them a bit. And I've had that problem once before, and now I know how to solve it. I can solve it. But I've actually managed to sort this one out by just pushing the... I probably shouldn't do this, but I pushed the middle of the escape wheel shaft a little bit, and it straightened it out. Amazing. But I think, there's probably better ways to do it. Maybe replace the shaft or something, but I have got spare parts just in case. But for now, I don't think we need to, because it's an oiled working mechanism. And no harm done, I think. We've solved all the problems. It now works beautifully. Look at that. Now I need to try out the alarm. And annoyingly, I forgot the hammer is actually got its pivots on this plate. Okay, let's see if it winds up. Yay. That's good. Making sure it's ticking right. Great. So now the alarm, which is just that. Just bend that up a bit because it's not. There we go. And stop. And stop. Great. That works. So let's wind up the time a bit more. There it is. Okay, so we'll leave that there to work down, and I'll see you next time when we put the case back together. Try and put luminous paint on those hands, and maybe run into another problem.